Welcome back, Spacer family. We are getting ready to prepare one of our final dishes for today's smoke. And what we are going to be having is a Wagyu beef wrapped with bacon cauliflower. So we're starting off first with our smoked cauliflower. I've already cleaned the green and cut off the stalk of the cauliflower. Next, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to generously be putting some white truffle extra virgin olive oil onto our cauliflower. And I'm going to get this on here. Ooh, a little bit of a spill, but we're going to use all that. We're going to rub this down, and the olive oil is going to be used as the binder for our cauliflower. And next, what we're going to be doing, like I said, I don't like to waste anything. Get all of that on here. We're going to be adding our spices to it. So we are going to be starting off with some of Kinder's wood fried garlic, and we're going to coat all of it with this. Season it generously, get everything all over our cauliflower. Next, we're hitting it up with our cilantro lime. Nice and generous coating. And last but not least, tahine. Give us a nice little flavor kick on this. As you see, all those spices are sticking to our cauliflower, and we're going to be putting this on the smoker with the rest of our dishes for today. The heat on our smoker has been turned down to 180 degrees after we wrapped our beef tongue and our beef heart. So the cauliflower is going right next to them. And all of these dishes, I promise you, are going to be coming together to form one fabulous dish. I can't wait for you guys to see the reveal. I'll see you back here with a prep for the meat that is going on the cauliflower. So we're getting ready for our meat wrap for our cauliflower. And we are starting off with 1 pound of Wagyu beef. It was on sale. I couldn't resist because you'll see the final result and why I decided to go the extra mile with this. I also have 2 ounces of cut up chorizo sausage. We're putting that in there. 3 ounces of shredded white cheddar. Let's get all of that cheese into here. Next, I have 1 teaspoon of Troy's AP, 1 teaspoon of my Memphis barbecue rub, 1 teaspoon of cilantro lime, and last but not least, 1 teaspoon of tahini. And we're going to mix all of this together, and we'll be coming back and wrapping our cauliflower with this. We've had our cauliflower on the smoker at 180 degrees. It's been on there for 20 minutes, and now it's time to wrap our cauliflower with our meat that we just got finished with. So we're going to just start by giving a nice even coat and wrapping this around. We're just doing it nice and even, get about the same thickness, a little bit more than a 1/4 inch like you would a hamburger patty going around. And we're going to do this part here. And then I'm going to show you that we're going to start putting our bacon on top of that and forming our bacon around. And then to hold our bacon in place, we're going to be using a couple of toothpicks. So as I said, I'm not going to show you everything because the final reveal is going to be worth it. But I'm going to continue wrapping the rest of this cauliflower and then wrapping the bacon and forming it to the shape that I want. And then it's going back on the smoker. Dishes are cooking. If you take a look inside, our cauliflower is looking really good. That bacon's dripping off. And I'm going to be putting in our jalapeno popper cones, and we're going to crank that temperature up to 275 degrees. And then it'll be just about time for the final reveal. Welcome back, Spacers family. Uh, this is bittersweet. This is the last weekend for this season of Out of This Verse Food. And I want to extend this thank you to Christopher Hopper for bringing us all together through his books and by creating these universes as well as this community that we have found ourselves in. So, with that being said, we do have a few gripes for you killing off some of our favorite characters. And please take this with a grain of salt and how much we actually do love you. You may have seen this book in a couple of the clips. This is my little notebook with all the ideas for the crazy dishes that we have made. Now, I asked of our family to provide those characters that Christopher has killed that hit us most in the feels. Richard Chalice, Aaron Enlata hit him the hardest since, Aaron had achieved so much and went beyond his comfort zone. And I agree with him. Aaron, it became one of the most courageous of our bunch, and you killed him. Bill Keziak said Bumper and the loss of Chuck, which of course you tricked us all and decided to rip our hearts from us on that one. Jonathan Foy, Piper's mom, Valerie. Like you had to put, Piper through that trauma as well as her dad. Sherry Moore and Kendall. And Dan the Man, Rohor. That one hit us. Even though we knew that it had to be done, Rohor was a warrior, and with that, Rohor would not have been able to grow old and die peacefully. So we understand Rohor. Now, for me, it was a little. Rohor was one hit the most, but there is Junar. Okay. Now, with that, Christopher, this is for you. Impact. Doesn't it look just like you? This is our meat and bacon wrapped cauliflower head of Christopher Hopper. Look at the dark eyes. He has gone over just like Moldark. And then we have our beef tongue. This is all the words that Christopher spews. And of course, we have some of our nice cilantro lime sauce going on, being shot from our bacon tortilla wrapped jalapeno popper rocket ships that are spewing onto Christopher's tongue. And we have our mumbo sauce, which is being dripped right upon his head. And of course, we have Christopher's black heart. This is for you. This is for us. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next season on Out of This Verse Food. Remember, life above all to yours and those around you. All right, now for our final dish, Christopher Hopper's head. This is our smoked cauliflower wrapped in Wagyu beef and chorizo wrapped in bacon. So, if you've ever wanted to see inside Christopher's head, now is your opportunity as we're cutting in. Ta da! I present to you Christopher Hopper's brain. I'm going to take off a little piece for myself right here. Look at the cauliflower. It just falls apart. We've already got some of our mumbo sauce on here. I'm curious to see how the Wagyu tastes with this cauliflower. And we're going to take a little piece off there. Make sure I get some of the cauliflower in with it. We have the smoky flavor. All those seasonings that we put on the cauliflower are coming through, and you're getting a whole bunch of the different flavors just going off at the same time. That mambo sauce, that is some sweet and sour heat that is punching you. And I'll tell you what, Christopher, you taste delicious.